How to see your past lives, a journey beyond time. If you truly wish to gaze into your past, into the forgotten lives you once lived, then begin not with your eyes, but with your reverence. Light a lamp, offer flowers, let incense swirl like whispers from another realm. Stand before a Buddha statue or image, not just with hands pressed in prayer, but with your heart wide open. Make an intention, not just any intention. Ask yourself, who do I wish to become in my next life? A monk, a nun, a wise man, a compassionate woman, or even a celestial being? Speak this silent wish within. Let it echo through the chambers of your consciousness. Then sit down, close your eyes, let the noise of the world fall away, and begin to see. But what are you seeing? You are not just looking at thoughts or fantasies. You are beginning to perceive name and form, nama rupa, the inner and outer structures of existence. Why is this important? Because if you cannot perceive the external name form around you now, how will you ever recognize the ones from your past? The outer is a mirror of the inner. The present is a mirror of the past. Now bring your awareness back to the moment of your offering, the instant you lit that candle, placed that flower, or bowed before the Buddha. Try to see that moment again, not from memory, but from direct awareness, as if it's still happening, because in a sense, it is. A vivid image of that moment will appear in your meditative vision, a replica, a mental formation, a reflection of that ritual. Now, look deeper, gaze into its structure, into the four great elements, earth, water, fire, and air. Feel their play in the image. Then observe the 6 sense bases, your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind, and especially the 54 types of forms that arise at the mind door. Yes, the mind door, that invisible gateway where your internal cinema plays out entire lifetimes. If your meditation is sharp, you will begin to witness the Bhavaṅga Cittas, those passive flows of consciousness, and the powerful mental sequences called mind door thought processes, manodvaravthi. Look closely, reverse their order, then trace them forward again. Some of these mind streams belong to the defilement cycle, the emotional tornadoes that carry 20 unwholesome mental factors. Others belong to the karma cycle, the force of action, carrying 34 volitional mental factors. Now let me explain this with a real-life example. Imagine you were sitting before the Buddha statue. You lit the lamp, offered flowers, and made a wish. May I be reborn as a monk. At that very moment, what happened in your mind? 1. Ignorance appeared, as the mistaken belief that being a monk is an ultimate reality. 2. Craving followed, as desire for the monk's life arose. 3. Attachment rooted itself, forming a clinging to that vision. These 3, ignorance, craving, and attachment, make up the defilement cycle, and you will see them clearly in that very thought stream. But what if your wish had been different? What if you prayed, "May I be reborn as a woman"? Then the forms would be the same, only their objects different. 1. Ignorance, thinking woman is an absolute reality. 2. Craving, for the life, the emotions, the experience. 3. Attachment, to that identity, to that future. The volitional formations of these thoughts, the actual willpower and emotional energy you injected, these are your saṅkhāras. And the karmic momentum they generate, that's your karma. And yes, both are visible if you look at those past thought cycles clearly. Now, once you've seen the mental image of the ritual and the emotions tied to your prayer, try this. Step back in time. Look not just at the moment of the offering, but the moments before it. The preparation, the intention forming, the walk to the temple, the morning when you decided to visit. Keep going back. A day before, a week before, a month, a year, 3 years. Keep peeling back time like layers of an onion. Eventually, if your mind is calm and sharp enough, you will see the very moment of relinking consciousness, the Bhavaṅga Cittas, the moment when your current life began in the mother's womb. But don't stop there. Go deeper. Trace this mind stream even further, to the final moments of your previous life. What were you thinking as you died? What images were flashing before the dying consciousness? Look at the pre-death thought objects, the final mental formations that launched you into this life. Because those are the seeds that bloomed into you. This is how the wise begin to see. This is how you go beyond memory, beyond logic, into direct perception of karmic causality, how volition and ignorance churn the wheel of rebirth. This is the inner archaeology of your own existence. And if you are courageous enough to keep looking and still enough to witness without judgment, then one day you may find yourself standing at the edge of the stream of samsara, seeing not just this life, but the many you have been.